If this was a game of Monopoly, I would be winning. Welcome back to Josh Uncut. I bought a hotel in Edinburgh for £1.1 million, and today I'm going to show you behind the scenes. So this building's steeped in history. This building's been standing for around about 200 years, being a guest house at least from 1989 is when the last owners occupied it for a whopping 35 years, and they were ready to retire, so we came in, bought the hotel, and we're going to take it into 2025, put some new technology in, catapult it into the future. One of the reasons we bought this hotel is there's moats around the business, it's protected. You can't just wake up tomorrow, buy a hotel. It takes time, it takes money, it takes capital. It's not like setting up a gardening business where you can just wake up one morning, buy a Vauxhall Corsa and steal your uncle's lawnmower and call yourself a gardener. Not that I've ever done that. So our plan with this is to 10x the business. So the old business model, the owners were gearing up for retirement, so it wasn't at 100% capacity, it wasn't getting fully marketed where it could be. And it was originally back in 1989 when it opened. It was a guest house before that, but a traditional bed and breakfast that you would find up and down the UK. Owners on site, there to help you. But a lot has changed since 1989. We're now here to bring it to the next level of a self-service guest house. So we're going to introduce a property management system. That means we're going to put systems in place, tech in place, AI in place, chatbots to help with communication. It means guests can come and go when they please. They don't have to wait on somebody staying up for them, and if they want to check in at midnight, they can check in at midnight. There'll be keyless entry, total convenience for the guests, and it's what the market is moving towards. We're also going to introduce what's called a channel manager. So before, they took direct bookings via an email or phone call, so you couldn't just go online and book, or booking.com. We're going to introduce a channel manager, which basically means you can advertise on 14 different platforms with one centralized calendar. So one person books there, it comes off your central calendar, so you can't get double bookings, and you can really push your marketing off the business. What is a property management system? So PMS, used in hotels. It does your reservations, so it'll manage all aspects of your reservations. Guest profiles, so it'll build a database of your customers. Housekeeping, so your housekeeping team can manage when rooms are ready. Any faults in the rooms, they can report it into that. Or if there's any problems, or if you need to track anyone in. Once they mark a room as being ready, it'll then feed back to the guests that the room is ready. Billing and payments. It's an integrated payment solution as well. So if people book online, it will take the money and process it. It will act as a channel manager, give you all sorts of reports. It will allow you to pull up your P&L. It will show you how much your occupancy rate is, how much you're charging per night on average. It will also work with your IT infrastructure. In our situation, smart locks, Wi-Fi, so in a self-service hotel, Wi-Fi capabilities are super important. It will also deal with, as part of the reservation, guest communication. So imagine a plumber going to work, he needs his tool back. This is a toolkit for hotels. So that's what a property management system is. But, why did we buy this place? I know that's what everybody's asking. So whenever you're looking to buy any business, but specifically for this business, you're looking for the quick wins on day one. So there was 3 rooms downstairs, which were not bedrooms. We could renovate them, get a low cost per key for the renovation cost, rent them back out as bedrooms, and all of a sudden we've increased capacity of the hotel by 60%. Instantly on day one, there was an apartment around the back where the owners used to live. Because it had a kitchen, utility room and a garden, Airbnb style, right away. On day one, instantly more revenue added to the business without really doing too much. Another thing you're looking for when you're buying a business is how much marketing are they doing and how much revenue is coming in. This business was on booking.com, which was great. It had a direct booking website, but you couldn't book directly on it, so you could add that to it. That would increase more sales. It was already a super successful business, relatively low occupancy rates, but that was deliberate by the owners. So it was already successful, and we could make it super successful by just adding a bit of spice and flavour to it. So how did we buy it? It says in the title of the video, purchase price 1.1 million. We use 2 forms of finance, which I've discussed in our videos, bank finance and vendor finance. When banks are looking to lend to you, banks look for 3 things in this order. They look for management, experience. Do you know how to run a hotel? That'll be the first question we ask. Security. What happens if you stop paying back for the loan? Can we redeem the security, and is it a safe bet for the bank? Banks don't take risks. Next one is affordability. Can you afford it? Is the business profitable enough to pay back any debts. And some of you will be watching this but like, well Josh, you don't know how to run a hotel, you're a gardener. True, we do have a gardening business, but how we got around that is we never had direct experience running a hotel, but I could show that I was a competent entrepreneur by showing them what we were doing at JDS and what that balance sheet and profit and loss looked like. But not just that, we weren't able to get a fully fledged 25-year mortgage to begin with, so we had to take out a bridging loan for 18 months. After 12 months, we can prove that we know what we're doing and we've improved the P&L. We can then refinance the loan onto a commercial mortgage. So these three things are for the bank. And then second of all, we had vendor finance, which is where we pay the owners back over a set period of time. Percentage was funded by the bank, percentage funded by the vendor. These are the three things that banks require, and the vendor side of things is a negotiation between you and the seller. Future plans. What's our plans for 4 months, 1 year and 5 years for this business that we've bought? So by January time, we want to convert the living room and the dining room into ensuite bedrooms. Bada bing, bada bosh. We've got 2 extra bedrooms. Then this place in here that's connected to this beautiful garden, turn that into a self-contained Airbnb apartment. Then we went from 7 bedrooms to 10 bedrooms, which is an extra 50%, just under. So a lot more capacity. The hotels can do without really doing too much marketing. We're floating about 90 to 100% capacity. So the sales potential is huge. But within the next month, we want to have all the locks turned into smart locks. Can do like when you go to a big fancy high-end hotel and you get that key and you just scan the key. We're going to put that in. That'll really help us. And we want to set up the property management system. So we've got a fully fledged PMS. We literally bought this hotel about 3 weeks ago, so we're still finding our feet and getting all this stuff right. And you're probably asking, Josh, how are you doing all this? I've got friends ask me, telling friends and family what I'm doing. Like, Josh, how are you possibly doing all this? Well, the truth is, I'm not doing all this. It's who, not how. Whenever you want to buy another business or expand the business, like who are you going to get in your team to do that, not how are you going to do that. So that's a really important mindset shift that the super successful think like. This is part 1 of a 10-part series. This is the first series that we're going to make on Josh Uncut, so I'm super excited. We're going to do 1 video per month so you guys can watch the progress of us turning this from an old school style bed and breakfast into a 2025 self-service hotel. So stay tuned every month to watch our progress. I'm super excited for that. If you've ever watched 40 Towers and enjoyed that, stay tuned because you'll love this. If you've got any questions, pop them in the comments. I'll be happy to help. And if there's any specific parts of the progress that you want to see, let us know and I'll make a video just for you.